pick up my son, and like, oh man, I feel like I can guarantee that the Browns tried offering Baker Mayfield to Houston Texans, and because of Jared Goff, they said hell no. They saw how like kind of far Goff kind of set us back. I mean, I don't know that he set us back far, but he definitely set us back further than like what a normal rebuild would be because we're stuck paying that man so much goddamn money. But at the same time, I don't feel. I think a lot of people that I would probably agree, other than like my, I don't want to call them Lions fans, but other than the Detroit Rams, that um, you know, Deshaun Watson probably worth a little more than Matthew Stafford was. It sucks. 'Cause I'm thinking like, damn man, now we have like the Browns. No, actually, the Browns still might get off on Baker Mayfield. But I'm just thinking like we got the Texans that could probably take Jared Goff. We had the Commanders at one point probably could have took Jared Goff. A couple of the Seattle Seahawks could probably take Jared Goff or the number two pick. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that sucks about it is like we're still stuck paying that man $30 million this year. I think the Texans made it out like bandits in this trade. Yeah, I mean Texas did pretty well. I think the Browns did pretty well too because they still have Baker Mayfield that they can get off and replenish those picks with. Don't forget though that Odell Beckham's no longer there. They cut Jarvis Landry, Austin Hooper, who I never really thought was sweet. He's gone too. I believe David Njoku's gone as well. I think they traded him at some point. So like DeShaun's there kind of naked right now. I think the reason why he picked the Browns because they went and guaranteed $230 million for him. Um, I'm not mad at anybody that wants money, but when that's like the motive clearly for him, yeah, I don't know that they're going to win with him. That's just my opinion. I mean, it depends what they get with the Baker trade. You know, if they get a couple early picks, they can get some stud playmakers around them, then maybe they can make it work. I think they got a solid defense. The Browns are also like a different scenario. Like I think that the Detroit Lions 100% made that trade. No doubt. We have 4 first round picks. We definitely could have shuffled three out, a third and a fourth, or whatever it ended up being for Deshaun Watson. But the issue is, in my opinion, we're not ready for Deshaun Watson. We still have to build around our team. You know what I'm saying? Our defense, as well as coach as it was, still pretty bare. You know what I'm saying? So I think ultimately that's why the Lions were in the running. That and obviously Deshaun Watson had a no trade clause. And I just, to be honest with you guys, like I've pounded this take in a million times. It's been in front of you guys as history and documented a million times too. Is that I'm driving crazy? No, but the fact that like these quarterbacks on non-rookie deals don't really do too well. You have obviously scenarios like Tom Brady and Matthew Stafford going to super teams, breaking that mold. And granted, too, with the Stafford trade, remember this: doesn't Nick Chubb getting a new contract next year? Watson contract, see, cripple them. It could. It depends what they trade, what they pay Nick Chubb. But running back's one of those positions, man. I mean, they got Nick Chubb in the second round, and they could maybe do it again. To be honest with you, running back's just that type of position. I mean, look at the Detroit Lions this past year with Craig Reynolds. You know what I'm saying? If you're really looking for one, you'll find one. You know what I'm saying? Melvin Gordon, I think, is a free agent this year too. They'll be straight running back. I mean, Nick Chubb's a fucking beast though, but like that wear and tear, it'll get you. I mean, man, we saw it unfortunately with the King and King Henry this year. I think it finally bit him. You know what I'm saying? That foot injury, he came back in that playoff game against the Bengals, but he definitely did not look like Derrick Henry of old. I don't know. The Browns were just in a different scenario than the Detroit Lions were. And not only did they have like a ready built team almost to absorb Deshaun Watson in his contract, but they also have Baker Mayfield again in their back pocket to replenish some compensation around him. It's gonna be interesting, man. I don't know what's gonna happen ultimately in the long run, but I'm here on an hour long drive to go pick up my son, and I just want to go rant about this whole thing. Um, did I want the Detroit Lions to make that trade? It would have been sweet. I mean, I don't like paying a quarterback that much money, though, as you guys know. And we still have $30 million stuck in golf, which kind of makes me think, you know what I'm saying? The Browns still, that's part of the reason why they still have Baker Mayfield. They probably tried offloading Baker Mayfield in that trade. The Texans saw what happened to Detroit Lions with Goff. They're like, damn, they're kind of just stuck with old buddy. But at the same time, Baker Mayfield's not getting paid what Goff is getting paid. So, I mean, that could not be true. Maybe they just didn't want him because he's not that great. Which, by the way, to the Baker Mayfield Detroit Lion crowd, what is wrong with you guys? How do you not see literally the fucking same scenario that Jared Goff was in? Jared Goff had a beautiful team built around him, both sides of the football, and did pretty well. Baker Mayfield, the same exact thing, if not less success. That could be due to the coaching. Obviously, they don't have an Aaron Donald and whatnot, but like Baker Mayfield is not that guy. I promise you. He's entertaining, he's funny, but he's not that guy. I guarantee you guys that. I don't want to pay him, but it does show how little people want to be in draft or in Detroit. Only ex-loser players sign here from Saints and Rams. I mean, that's not the case, man. We're cap strapped this year, Dr. D. I think that's important to remember. And I would also include this too. Like, think of any big name free agent signing has never resulted in a Super Bowl. The only one again is probably Tom Brady. And if you even look at his contract, it was only 28 million on the cap last year, which is still a lot, but in today's quarterback market, like doesn't even sniff it. 28 million compared to the 50, 40 million these guys are getting paid, doesn't even sniff it. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom is smart. There's a reason why Tom Brady consistently has rings. Yes, he's a good football player, but he's also smart. He understands that football is a team sport. This dude's notorious for taking less money. 7 rings. You know what I'm saying? Even when we went to the super team, 28 million. Big payday for him to what he's notoriously, famous for taking. But I think Brad Holmes is smart. He's not going to go and blow a bunch of money in free agency. I think he's going to give guys some prove it deals. I think that's a type of deal that a guy like DJ Shark would want coming here to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all right, I'll take the 1 year, give me the 10 guaranteed, and I'm ball out because I'm gonna be you guys' number one receiving option and go get paid again. Joey 2 times in the building. What up though? It's the first time I've gone live on my channel in a hot minute. I know and agree it was not the year for us for free agency, but they better do more in the next 2 years. Uh, I do agree. Yeah. QB switching teams only outproduce their ADP 33% of the time. Yeah, man, it's the Browns definitely a different situation than the Detroit Lions in that trade, for real. And be honest with you guys. And anybody just getting here, I basically said, for the Detroit Lions fans that wanted DeShaun Watson, you have number one, he had a trade clause. Actually, number one is the 30 fucking million dollars worth to pay Jared Goff. That's number one. There's no way we're paying Jared Goff 30 million in dead to take on 30 million in Deshaun. Number two, Deshaun had no trade clause. Number three, we're not Deshaun Watson away from competing. I know Deshaun Watson's sweet. I know Deshaun Watson's an amazing quarterback. Look at the record he had the last year he started. Wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? Football is a team sport. Like I understand being amazed with what some of these players can do. It is and these are phenomenal athletes. But at the end of the day, more than any other sport, football is a team sport. 1,000%. Easy, you need to do more on your own. You carry motherfuckers, bro. You do your own shit. Man. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to, man. I actually just got put on like doing full content for Woodward Sports, man. So like definitely gonna start doing more stuff. It's weird because like when I first got to Woodward Sports, there was a certain individual there who like bro just had it out for me. It was super super weird, bro. AFC West predictions, yo. The AFC West is fucking crazy, bro. They just added fucking this added Chandler Jones, Devontae Adams to the Raiders. Now that's wild. You have Khalil Mack on the Chargers now, paired with Joey Bosa. They just signed J.C. Jackson. To be honest with you guys, I'm not as familiar with J.C. Jackson, but all right, all right, all right. Oh, I see. I like Hamilton Dean. What's up? What up, One Pride? Um, I don't know what you're saying. All right, too. Certain individual. Oh, bro, he's gone. He's gone. Like literally, this person was like a fucking weirdo, to be honest with you. I tried so many times to mend that relationship, to like find out what it is, and just it just proved to me more than anything is like if you got some people hating on you, try to keep you down, starting shit, saying shit about you. If you keep your head down and be about yours, it was not Sean Belize. Sean Belize is the man. But if you keep your head down and be about yours and do what you're good at, you'll come out on top regardless. It don't matter. The real always prevails. Even if you end up leaving somewhere, man, I feel like you being true to you and what you're good at will fucking always prevail. R.I.P. the Steelers. Yeah, I mean maybe, bro. Like I said, don't forget the Browns now don't have Jarvis Landry, they don't have Odell Beckham, they don't have Austin Hooper. I have to double check on this. Maybe one of you guys could make sure for me. But like, oh yeah, for sure, Joey. Um, but I think the Joker's gone too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure on the Njoku thing, but I think they traded him. Chiefs might come in last in the division. Yeah, that the AFC West is actually fucking crazy right now, man. Um, AFC West is fucking nuts. Like I have no clue. It's going to be the funnest division to watch, and that one's for sure going to come down to the end of the year. Obviously, the Chiefs still the Chiefs. They added Juju Smith Schuster recently. By the way, his contract I think is very telling of his market. I know a lot of not mainly the people watching here because I feel like the people mainly watching here is kind of like they're not crazy. You know what I'm saying they understand that like value certain positions and certain guys. But like I think Juju's contract was very telling of his market. Um, and I think too, he's on this another thing with DJ Shark. He's like, damn, I want that 22 million. Let me come here and prove myself. Chark's gonna put up the numbers because he's gonna be like our main number one option, and Juju's gonna do well because he's gonna be part of the Chiefs. These guys that are part of winning teams, they do well with those winning teams. They get paid somewhere else, and they don't. I mean, Trey Flowers, for example. That's the perfect example for you. He did really well on the Patriots, a winning team with a team around him. Once he got paid, you know what I'm saying, to be an individual, it just didn't pan out. It's just how it goes, man. It's how it goes. Oh fuck, they got Amari Cooper. I forgot. Oh shit. I mean, Mari's dope. They're straight. They're super straight. I'm really actually curious to see what Mari's cap hit is after the trade too, because don't forget, guys is guaranteed money, the bonus money and shit like that. The team that's trading him, they have to then pay that. And the other team, like the Rams, the shit I said about Stafford like a while ago before he was traded about his contract and shit like that still holds true because don't forget we ate fucking what 25 mil or 30 mil in his dead cap when he went to the Rams, giving them more cap space to have more of a team, take out a contract like Von Miller. You know what I'm saying? They also got Von Miller on a discount. Like that shit's kind of smart when you trade. Trading is better than free agency. IMO, in my opinion. Trading is better than free agency because you can get those guys they already signed those big deals, but you're getting them on that discount. Yeah, bro, I forgot Deshaun Watson has Amari Cooper. What a mess for me, man. What a mess for me. Jameis Winston about to get paid. A bunch of quarterback hungry teams out there too. Tibbs is not going to be a Lion. Uh-oh. Why are you saying that? Did something happen that I missed? Yeah, Will Fuller. Yeah, that's actually a great point, Joey. Cleveland can pick up Will Fuller for the cheap, cheap. I'm sure he'd go too. Watson about to go nutty. Yeah, we need a young QB. Absolutely, man. What do you rank the AFC West quarterbacks best to worst? Wilson, Mahomes, Herbert, Carr. I would go Mahomes one. I mean, I love Russ Wilson. I'm biased as hell. Russ Wilson is my favorite quarterback. Russell Wilson two, Herbert and Carr. People like Carr, but for the same reasons. And actually, no, I'm just Matthew Stafford's 100% better than Carr, but like there will be a quarterback, they'll put up stats as far as like yards go and even touchdowns sometimes because they're playing from comeback situations. If you look at how close the Raiders were in like all their games, even look at the beginning of the year, they were on national TV a lot. Going back to that Monday football night game, bunch of Sunday night games where like they came in like last minute clutch or went to OT. Like you're gonna put up numbers when you're in a losing situation. I mean, we saw it here with Matthew Stafford. Dude had hella yards. Yards don't equate wins. You know what equates to wins? Touchdown ratio over interceptions. When you're giving interceptions, you're literally giving another team. You're taking a score off the board for you for sure, and then you're giving the other team an opportunity to score. Fuck yards. People like I'm sorry for swearing, but people want to like jerk off the yards all day long. Oh, so and so threw so many yards, so many yards. Yards are fucking meaningless when it comes to winning football games. Is like just throw that shit out the window. To me, your completion percentage and your touchdown over interception ratio was what like I look at in a quarterback and like if he's good or not. People on Twitter were trying to like pull up some PFF numbers and stuff like that with Baker. I'm like, bro, like especially considering the fact that that man had Odell Beckham Jr., Njoku, Landry, the other guy from Michigan that I really like over there too. Like that's actually dude you should look out. So everyone who's doing fantasy, I think next year definitely look out for my man. Oh my God, Peoples Jones. If they still have him in contract, I think he'll be a stud for Deshaun Watson. He's kind of like Will Fuller if you think about it. Similar build. They're both pretty fast. Save your picks for the number one year. Grab Young. Yeah, I mean if he's there, I do like Young. I don't hate him. Um, yeah, Young might be end up going to the Texans now. That's a good point too. Now, man, I think Texas rock it out with Mayfield. Texans don't have Mayfield. Did I miss that? Was he? I don't think he was part of that trade. Mayfield's still in the Browns. They still have. That's like the other benefit to the Browns for them too is they still have Mayfield in their back pocket. I don't know what they're gonna get from him, but I mean it'd be interesting. That didn't stop Miami from giving Will Fuller 10 mil last year. Yeah, Will Fuller would be a good pickup for them. I think Peoples Jones is there too. Um, yeah, Texans didn't want Mayfield. That's funny as hell, man. This guy's like, I mean, all due respect to any professional athlete. because obviously we're all fucking we love sports. I'm sure we all played sports in high school. I know I did, and obviously I aspired at one point to be a professional athlete. And there's a certain time in my life where I stood across from one Devin Gardner, and his offensive line was trash. I'll tell you himself. We had this conversation at Wilbur Sports actually, and he don't I don't know if he remembers this. He definitely don't remember this as a scrimmage, not even a game. I wrapped this dude up, thinking I was gonna sack Devin Gardner. And mind you, where Devin Gardner went in his career beyond high school, right? Like Michigan wasn't so great. NFL obviously didn't pan out. This dude proceeded to drag me out of bounds to finish off a run for like 2 or 3 yards still. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to this shit. So all due respect to athletes, but like Baker is he's not that guy. Definitely not that guy. Carlos Dunlap. Oh shit. Something happened. My phone started playing some type of video. Was that me? I don't think that was me. Opinion in Austin Eckler. I love Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler amazes me every single time. He's not a big guy. He's extremely small. Not extremely small, but he's extremely strong. He's very very durable for like not being the biggest dude. I think Austin Eckler's amazing. He catches out of the backfield. Like I think he's a big part of that offense over there. I mean, obviously Justin Herbert's pretty fucking good too, but it is what it is. Mayfield for a bag of socks. Yeah, dude, this dude Mayfield's like, I want to trade. And then Browns are like, look, bro, like we can't trade you for shit. Like we're not gonna trade you, fam. Like you're kind of stuck. It is what it is, my guy. It is what it is. Lowell High School destroyed Devin Gardner in the playoffs. Yeah, man, their offensive line was boo boo. Big bad. Thought he was going to Atlanta. Yeah, no. Atlanta fell through. What happened was the Browns guaranteed every dollar on his contract. DeShaun Watson has the highest guaranteed contract in NFL history at $230 million. Juju to the Chiefs. I'm curious what that's got. You got a phone call or something got glitched up on us. Am I back? Oh shit! I hope I'm back. I don't know. Let me know if I'm back. I'm gonna keep eyeing these comments real quick. What do you think of Adams going to the Raiders? He got paid. He got the bag. But here's another thing too with that trade. They still have their running back. They still have Derek Carr, who's pretty solid. Um, I mean, it's good. The AFC West about to be crazy. I think even more than just Devontae Adams. Obviously, he's fucking huge and he's really good. But on the other side of the football, they just signed my man. I think, in my opinion, he was the best edge rusher in this class, free agency class, outside of maybe Von Miller. But they got Chandler Jones. I think Chandler Jones is amazing. I also have Max Crosby on the opposite side of him. Like I think they're straight as hell, man. I played as nose tackle on Tiger Stadium Field versus Highland Park before Lynn's game in 1971. 15 minutes, never left the field. Yeah, let's go, Roger. Yeah, man. I mean this. I mean maybe this is said every offseason, but this is a very lit offseason. Do you think if Joe Burrow would have gotten injured in the first season, he would have got the Rookie of the Year over Herbert? I don't know, man. That's To be honest with you, with that one, I'd probably have to look at some numbers. I think Joe Burrow's good, but he's not as flashy as Herbert. Like the shit that Herbert does is sexy. You know what I'm saying? Herbert is a fun quarterback to watch. He can run the football. He can make like amazing plays. He kind of gets the twinkle toes back there, makes the guys misses and throws it. Burrow. That obviously we can see him do those kind of things at times. He's just more of like a I'm not gonna call him a game manager, but he's just fucking Joe Cool. He's just that guy. At any moment, no matter like, the score, like he's gonna go in there. He's gonna give you consistency every single time. And now he's got his fucking boy over there too, and Jamar Chase, who I think Jamar Chase is amazing. I'm not big on receivers, but like that dude, I think part of it obviously is their connection and chemistry too. But Jamar Chase is amazing to watch. A lot faster than I thought he was too. Did y'all see Antonio Brown's tweet? Cleveland Antonio Brown CAB. I would do it. I would do it a fucking heartbeat. To be honest with you, I, I was in this state of mind a couple weeks ago, and I'm like people are gonna think I'm crazy if I ever fucking said this shit out loud. But like Antonio Brown, like we all think he's crazy, and he is a little bit crazy. But at the same time, consider this with Antonio Brown. Have you ever been as good at any one thing in your life as Antonio Brown is at football? Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's an amazing wide receiver. You see receivers go to different teams, they don't produce the same. Antonio Brown has always produced the same. He's come up from the gutter out of it too. Like I think he was a fourth or fifth round pick. He started off as a kick returner. Like he is a great receiver. I felt this. This may sound however it wants, but back to the situation a little bit. At when I first started at Wilbur Sports and that certain individual, like he tried knocking me down, bro, and it made me self conscious of myself and want to promote myself and do content and stuff like that. But I just believed in myself because I had seen a little bit of success, and I wasn't gonna let that shit stop me because I had that crazy, almost like this insane belief in yourself and your ability. And I think AB has that. So like when he's treated a certain way or disrespected a certain way, he knows like how good he is. He's like, yo, I'm better than that. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, I think you pick up the phone for Antonio Brown regardless. Like I wouldn't be mad. I think Brad Holmes, you gotta be doing your job, but at least picking up the phone, Antonio Brown, just to get a gauge on him to see if you can get him to mesh and mend with Dan Campbell. I mean, even maybe Dan Campbell picks up the phone. Who knows? Fletcher Cox back to the Eagles. They must have restructured his contract. One prior said I missed your question. Let me look for it real quick. I apologize, man. What contract is worse, the Flowers contract or the Christian Kirk contract? Christian Kirk's contract for sure. You're paying a guy who felt like the third option on that team when AJ Green was healthy, $22 million. Like, like what? That contract makes zero sense. I mean, I like Kirk, but like, holy shit, that is a wild, wild deal to sign that man to. Like, think about it this way. I mean, again, like, not the number one option, but the highest paid before a minute. I think he was the highest paid or second highest paid receiver in the league for a minute there. It's kind of crazy. It's really crazy. Um, Yeah, Herbert probably would have won that either way. But yeah, I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling Antonio Brown. If I can, there's certain people that are so good at what they do that if you can see yourself at least managing or tiptoeing around their egos enough that you make it work because you know in the long run it's gonna push your team to do better. I think this in all walks of life. This is like a thing. That's Antonio Brown for me. I at least pick up the phone to see if we can get a vibe or some type of mutual respect or where we could be productive. Important contract note for Deshaun Watson, who got a 5 year, $230 million contract. His base salary for 2022 is only $1 million, which means if he's suspended, it'll come out to that base. Yeah, I mean, and that's huge too. Like you got again, when you trade these guys, all that bonus money, all that guaranteed money, the team trading that person has to pay that. So Deshaun Watson is low key like the Cleveland has him on a discount for this first year, the same way Stafford was on a discount last year, same way Von Miller was on a discount last year, Russell Wilson on a little bit of a discount this year. Like these teams can still make moves. Actually, I might get into the Packers. I know you guys are Lions fans. I know we don't like the Packers, and we're supposed to like, yeah, Dunlap. Uh, Kerry Hyde Jr. I could see. I wouldn't mind bringing Dunlap back. I was Antonio Brown level Tech Mobile. There you go, Joey. I mean, I really sat there I'm because the podcast I listened to him on, and again, if you didn't put yourself in his shoes, he sounds crazy, and he is very well deservedly so. Probably is a little bit crazy. The blonde mustache thing was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm not gonna lie, but like at the same time put yourself in his shoes. Have you ever been as good at any one thing in your entire life as Antonio Brown was at the football? And I couldn't think of anything that was that. He is fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Like the best receiver at times. I think when healthy, but when the Pittsburgh days, hands down the best receiver in the league. I think he could have been the best receiver last year, not due to injury. You know what I'm saying? So like probably change the way you think about things or approach things. I'm just, what about Trevor Lawrence? I think Trevor Lawrence can still be a good guy, man. I just think they need an offensive line. A lot of people think they're taking Aiden Hutchinson because they did a franchise tag on Cam Robinson. But if you tuned into the Woodward Heavyweights podcast when we had NFL draft scout Scott Bischoff on, we kind of talked about how Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, kind of build their teams. They had Jason Peters, the Eagles, Doug Peterson did, and they proceeded to take Lane Johnson in the draft, who was a left tackle at the time. And people were like questioning it, like, "Oh, this is a stupid play, stupid play." Well, they ended up putting him at the right side of the offensive line, and they obviously had Kelsey there too. And I don't remember the guard's name. I think they had Vitae was a backup guard on that team, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a beefy offensive line. I think that's Doug Peterson's way of winning. Trent Baalke, their GM, you look back to his days when he was with the 49ers, they had Joe Staley. They had a couple of solid like pieces on that offensive line. So I think both those guys, both those gentlemen, GM and coach, I think they heavily believe in the offensive line, so I think that Aiden Hutchinson's still there, and I don't know how I ended up talking about that. So there's that just randomly came out of my mouth, I guess. Um, Baker Mayfield has informed the Browns that he'd prefer to be traded to the Colts per sources earlier this week. Prior to Mayfield's trade request, the Browns said they'd work with him on a trade. Hey, maybe. I'm saying maybe, but the thing is, like, the Colts don't have. I mean, I guess they could trade future first round picks and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know, man. If I'm the Browns, I get it, Baker. Like, you repped hard for a city, one that needed a good football team or hadn't had a good football team in a long time. But business is business. I'm getting the best deal. I don't care what you know what I'm saying. If you want a Super Bowl, I'd probably consider some things. You know what I'm saying, but I don't know, man. I don't. I probably get what I want. No excuses. If you can get people in Cleveland, why not Detroit? Um, I, I can say it again. I don't know if it's annoying other people, but like Detroit's not the same scenario as Cleveland. Like, just it's just not the same at all. We had the picks to get there, but the cat space by itself, Ben, would not have worked. We're already like guaranteed to pay Goff 30 million this year. DeShaun was 38 million. I don't know what it drops down to after the trade. There's no way we're making that work on our what we were already with cap strapped. The other thing too is the Browns had Baker Mayfield in their back pocket to trade and still get some picks with. The other thing too, the Browns already have a ready-made team where Detroit was still building. It just wouldn't have made sense for us to do, man. If we were a Denver Broncos situation or even the Browns situation, then yeah, I say pull the trigger on Deshaun Watson. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We saw this stuff work, the super team stuff work with the back to back now with the Buccaneers. Someone just texted me. I'm sorry, with the Buccaneers and the Rams this year. So hey, it might work. I played left tackle, offensive guard, offensive line, and middle linebacker. They should have let me run the ball. I got an opportunity to run a football. Here's a fun story, and this was in a scrimmage, so it really doesn't count because they were running the same counter run play every time. I was playing defensive tackle, and again, they're running the same play over and over again. They think they're like dominating us on the offensive line and stuff like that. So I see my guard pull. I was a nose guard, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. They're handing off to the running back. I beat the running back to the handoff. Him and I were wrestling for the ball, and I ripped it from him. I mean, he ended up tackling me, like you grabbed me up by my ankle. But that's probably the highlight of my life. I was like, I've never even seen that done on TV. So Benjamin Foe answers to give up. I gotta pay for something actually. Hold on. You guys come to do shameless with me if you want. Let me put on my headphones maybe. I told this guy when I ordered this, I told him put me down as easy. He was like, yeah, okay, easy. You know my name's soon enough, motherfucker. I'm playing. I mean, he might. You guys hear me? He was originally out of the running for Cleveland yesterday. I don't know if you guys were when that broke. What happened was Cleveland guaranteed at 230 for him, and that's how they got him. Um, yeah, the no trade clause is definitely part of it. But what they did to change that around, they guaranteed that $230 million. Now, obviously, he's a Brown. See how this man and the whole defense, they're going through a whole rebuild. Yeah, that Jimmy G thing actually did just get ugly, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Who do you think is more valuable in trade? Jimmy G or Baker Mayfield? We shall see.
Hi there. I had a pizza order for Mark Lubell.
Just waiting for trade. Yeah, exactly. And Holmes and him we trust. The rest are mediocre at best. I kind of left the Kirk contract. They had to do that though. They had to kick the can on him what they were paying him. That's what I'm saying. You see these guys restructure those contracts back into further years so they could make moves to win now. Kirk Cousins, them extending that contract and another year was part of that. They guaranteed his contract. They're just kicking the can on him. Kind of makes me kind of makes me think that, Vikings might not still be good even with Kevin O'Connell as their head coach.
Alright, that's it. Yep, should do it.
Texas got 3 first rounders, a 4th rounder, 5th or something too. There you go. Joey put it to you already. 2nd and 4th, yeah, I think that is what it was. 2 months for Detroit, we need a team as well. Exactly, it's a team game. Alright, this Texans are going to want to pick in the trade.
No.
Steve-O, come on,
Hey,
man.
we're doing
You're better than that, Steve-O. Easy? Yeah, they're throwing an absolute buttload of money at Watson, too. That's the part that might hurt him. Cleveland can get stars. Detroit has no excuse now. It'll come in time, man. Have some napkins with that as well?
Sure.
All right.
And napkins are on the counter right by the pizza.
My bad, guys.
You want a receipt?
Yes. You throw it in the bag.
No problem.
I'll read some comments. Apologize.
And then napkins are on the counter.
Thank you. Just one, baby.
Yep, she's gonna turn to you.
All right. Let's see. And just so I got a Centron. And they cuss never deal with me. I'll talk about them all day. Jesse Vodka Centron. Okay, you kill the whole Malik Willis talk. Yeah, I mean I don't think that's a move for sure. Bro, we just re-signed Blau and Boyle. I think it is time to kill the Malik Willis talk. Kind of disappointed in it, but it is what it is. Means golf has no competition heading into this year, and we're not planning on replacing them for certain next year unless we want to start a guy right away, which, they're not. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that signing. Nothing against Blau, just what it signals to the rest of the fan base and even people who may want to trade it up from Malik Willis at one time. I don't think signing Blau is worth signaling that to other franchises. Unless, again, Brad Holmes maybe called and did his due diligence as well. Maybe teams, playing that they didn't want to trade up. What did one pride say? Oh, yeah. Just win, baby. No, I'm not. Hamilton is a beast. Jordan Davis is a beast. What's wrong with the Hamilton talk? I don't want to take a safety at 2. I'd rather take a chance on Malik Willis. All right, Steve-O. Remove Malik Willis from the draft completely. Thanos snap him off the face of the earth. Is he still a guy? Like, would you then take it? Not is he still a guy because he's gone, right? But like, would you take a chance on Hamilton then? Would Hamilton be the guy for you? Good question. I'm the white chief boss and should be on the heavyweights. Hit me up on Twitter, Roger. Lions biggest need safety. Ed Walker, that's it. I would have rather had Bridgewater at backup. Yeah, I mean, Bridgewater got paid a lot more too. You say Blau might not survive training camp, but I mean, what's the point of, why would you sign him now then? You know what I'm saying? Why sign him now? If that's the case. If you need a training camp arm, you can still get that in the draft. Like I haven't really spoke on this like too brashly, but like I like Desmond Ridder a lot, bro. Like I almost want him at 34 if he's there. At least I have. What the hell just happened? Why are Hamilton talks dead? What Troy say? Hamilton talks are dead after his 40 time. No, I mean Troy. Look at the 40 time. A lot of the great safeties. 40 time at safety is not a thing. Did they trade Baker? I don't know. What up though, Epic man? It's been a minute, man. Epic, you gotta subscribe to the heavyweights, man. I swear to God to you, once we get something rolling, I apologize if this is like favoritism or to like not anybody else, but like Epic, I owe you a free hoodie. I'm gonna get you a free hoodie once we get some heavyweight merch out. On God. No, I wouldn't take a safety that high if you're picking at the top 5. You take a QB, edge rusher, or tackle. You take those positions, the highest value. I don't get it, man. I don't. Steve, I respect your opinion a lot too. Like, what about like the difference between a Hamilton or a Hutchinson and a Mafe? Isn't that great? Like, Hutchinson's not expected to be Myles Garrett. He's not expected to be Chase Young. Like, it's okay to pass up on those guys. And I would even go back to like, and this is a random thing that I did the other night, last week. Go to 2007 draft where Mario Williams taking number 1, Reggie Bush taking number 2. Like, if we took a running back number 2, people would lose their fucking mind. But what happened? The Saints won the Super Bowl. I'm not saying it's because they took a running back number 2, but I'm just saying like the whole thing on positional value, it's just not always a thing. Especially if that player isn't special. I think you take the special player. It's just my opinion. I think you could afford. Hutchinson isn't elite enough to be like, oh fuck, we fucked up by passing up on him. It's just not. He's just not that guy. So in my opinion, it's okay to take Hamilton, take a swing at him. It's okay to take a swing at a Jordan Davis. I connect the dots that guy's gonna work. You go to the number 2 overall pick. We took a defensive tackle then, and Dominican Sue. Clearly, kind of worked out for us. You know what I'm saying? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Something. I'm playing. I don't know, man. It's just and the whole thing too, like Hamilton's contract with me. Wait, you just don't pay safety that much. You just don't. You know, he'd be the 18th highest paid safety if he were taken at number 2. Now he doesn't even crack top 10, and that market is gonna go up as it always does. You know what I'm saying? I just especially if he ends up being like what he's projected to be. This, you know, I don't know. It just doesn't hurt. Do the Browns still have the Dearness Johnson under contract? I think so. Because I think he got moved up from the practice squad. So they have like the tender thing on him. Restricted free agent, I believe. Those type of guys. But look, these guys did burn my food. I do want to eat it. So I might dip. Send me some questions real quick while I bite this hot ass food. What up, that sports dude? Yeah. They still have Dearness Johnson. Steve-O, holla back at me, dog. I want this debate because I respect your opinion, bro. I'm not trying to like shit on you. I think anybody that doesn't want Kyle Hamilton just doesn't believe he's going to be special. And you're allowed to believe that because I personally don't feel that Hutchinson is going to be special. Can he? Yeah, of course. I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. And that's what I think comes down to Kyle Hamilton stuff is that people just have the opinion that he's not going to be special. I can't change that opinion for you. It's like a crackhead. I can tell you to stop doing crack and that crack's bad for you until I'm blue in the face. But if you like doing crack, you're going to keep doing crack. You know? Yeah, I'm not opposed to positional value, but like you said, this year, I'll put you this way. When Scott said this year you can afford to take a swing on Malik Willis, I think you could. Sorry. I just died. That was hot as fuck. You could afford to take a swing on Kyle Hamilton. This is all. Would you want Detroit to trade back? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I'd love to trade back. We need to fill out our team, bro. Easy. Where would you like Detroit to get their QB? I'd like to get them in the draft. And if he's going to be a QB, like he's going to be the real deal, I'd take him no matter where. I'd take him. I'm happy with Shamey's. I'm 23, Nevin. I got to pick up Bryson. It's just crack, but it's hot as fuck. I think I'm gonna eat this and hop back on if you guys are chilling. If not, we got a new podcast out with Terry Foster, me and Spence. It's the first podcast I do not want my girl listening to. Put it to you like that. But it is out now on the Woodward Heavyweights YouTube channel. Oh, yo, go to either the Woodward Heavyweights Twitter or YouTube channel, the shorts. Bro, I'm telling you, it's the funniest shit, man. It's the funniest shit. I don't get how he's so special, running a 4.5 that seems average. Troy, he curved on that 40 yards. I'd also tell you this: Richard Sherman, one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Could you say all time? Maybe. Look at his interception numbers, and you tell me. And I also remember, him being a shutdown guy. Look at his combine numbers. Look at Ed Reed's combine numbers. The combine is just like for guys who it's for guys to rise, not for guys to fall, in my opinion. Other than measurements and like medicals and shit like that. I think I said this on BDE if you guys missed it or not, but like the important things that come out of combines is like the relationship value after you have those interviews. And then the other thing too would be the medicals and measurements. Those are important things that come out of combines. 40 times give you a rise. Cone drills are good. And I've talked about this, plenty of times with my guy Scott Bischoff, who's like a NFL draft scout at one point. I love talking to Scott. I'm gonna have him on the heavyweights again too. Yeah, I mean 4.5, especially in the safety thing too, is like your hips are more important at the safety position than anything. But I love you guys. I do gotta pick up my son, so I'm gonna put this down, and then make sure you guys check out the heavyweights content though. If anything, I mean obviously Terry Foster's out there. I got stuff with Scott Bischoff that's there too. But the latest short, fucking hilarious, man. I appreciate you guys for rocking me. Everyone hit that like button. I hope you get some head tonight. See you guys. Thank you. From a girl. Or whatever you like. I don't care.